our final project, we created a productivity tracker for the UNC CSXL, and we are group A6. My name is Chiara.
Oh, I'm Abigail.
I'm Mary Carolyn.
And I'm Sarah.
So we decided to create a productivity tracker for the XL to address two problems. First being student busyness, and the other being maximizing the CSXL productivity time. Our feature solves this problem by creating a product that allows students to keep track of their work in a to-do list setting, as well as promoting healthy working habits with the Pomodoro timer.
The primary story of our feature is the to-do list. It allows users to create tasks with titles, descriptions, emojis to describe the task and a priority level. Users can add to their to-do list, remove items from their to-do list, edit tasks, and mark tasks as complete. In addition to this, we have a Pomodoro timer that allows students to keep track of work versus break time to promote healthy habits. And additionally, you can edit the work versus break time periods to whatever works for you. Lastly, we added functionality to filter your tasks based on alphabetical order, the time it was added, or priority level.
Okay, now let's get into the demo. So here is what the homepage of the productivity tracker looks like. And first I'll be creating a to-do. So a task title is the only thing that's required on this form. So today we will be filming COMP590 final project, and both the title and description have character counts, this one 80 and this one 300, because don't say too much, it's just a to-do. What we are doing right now. This is going to be high priority because we're doing it right now, and we are going to give it the division emoji for math. Okay, now we get a little window alert that says the task is added, and you can see it here having shown up.
Awesome. So now I'm going to walk through the actual productivity tracker page where all the to-dos are housed. So the newest to-dos are saved at the top of the stack, as you can see here, with the title we gave it and the description, which are meant to be the flashiest part. And you can also see the priority and the emoji that we added are added as tags in the upper right corner. We have a few more to-dos on the stack just to kind of show you what this product is meant to look like. A few things we can do to our to-do. First is edit functionality. So let's just say I don't really like Abby's grammar here and I want to capitalize that. So I'm going to do that. So this is edit. And because we're doing it right now, I'm going to move it to medium priority because, you know, it's not that deep. It's not that important. And if I save that, those edits you can see are added to the stack. Now we have these capitalized letters. If I go into edit and like do something that I don't like, I can also just cancel it and it doesn't save, which is really cool. When we are done with the to-do, we can check the box and you can see that it moves to our finished to-dos list. Let's just say that was an accident, so I can go back and uncheck it and it moves right back to where it was. Another thing is, because we don't want our to-do page to be too overcrowded, we've added delete functionality. So if I click on the trash can button, it asks, are you sure you want to delete this task? I can either choose okay or cancel. If I click cancel, it's probably because it was a mistake. I didn't mean to delete the task, but if I click okay, then you can see that it vanishes. And the last thing that we want to demonstrate is our filter functionality. So by default, the to-dos will filter by newest to oldest. So whatever was most recently added onto the stack will be at the top, and whatever has been on there the longest will be at the bottom. But we've added a few different filter functionalities so that you can filter your to-dos in a way that is most productive to you. So you can filter by priority, either high to low or low to high. So you can see if I click priority high to low, now we have all the tasks with high priorities showing up at the top and the ones with the lowest at the bottom. Same backwards, although I don't really know why people would do that. You can also filter newest to oldest or oldest to newest. This is how long an item has been on the stack. So if I did oldest to newest, this is the to-do that I've had on my to-do list for the longest amount of time. And then I can also filter by alphabetical, which just filters by the first level of the alphabet on the title of the to-do. This does not matter if it's uppercase or lowercase, and I'm just going to set this back to newest to oldest, which is the default, and Abby will demo the Pomodoro timer.
Yeah, so the Pomodoro timer was one of our secondary stories. We have this little question that explains how to use it. I'll give a quick summary. The Pomodoro timer is typically 25 minutes work and 5 minutes break on a cycle. We have it set to that now. You can start the timer, pause the timer, and restart it. I can just demonstrate these buttons right now really fast and pause and then reset. To demonstrate that the timer cycles through, I'll be editing it using the edit functionality. You do have to put it in like the amount of minutes. So I'll be doing 0.2 minutes and 0.1 minutes. So you can see what it is. This is 12 seconds now. And now we can look at other things or just wait for it to count down. It is kind of a little awkward to watch, but yeah, there's a little sound to alert you that your time is up, and then it pauses. It goes to the break time, which we can play once again to see that once these 6 seconds are up, it resets back to 12. So that is our demonstration of all of our demo. We'll go back and move into the discussion. Oh, into the code, actually.
Yeah, so we just wanted to give a little overview of our code base. So this is what it looks like, excuse me, on the front end. So we've added a few components here: edit timer, edit to do, tab manager, to do, and to do form. These are all Angular components that mainly help users create, edit, and view to-dos amongst other usages. So like, for example, the edit timer helps with the Pomodoro timer that Abby just demoed. You can change the amount of minutes you want to set your work or break period to. We also have two widgets. Both the individual to-do and Pomodoro timer are saved as mat cards. So as you saw on our demo, this is kind of for consistent formatting. It makes the user experience a lot more friendly. And also for the individual to-do, the formatting allowed for easier replication because you can add as many to-dos as you possibly want. And then finally, we stored this all in a greater productivity module within the front-end app. So this defines basics such as the structure of a to-do task or just where we routed all of our different components.
And then to talk a little bit about the backend code, we modified several files, including the API file, which holds 4 API calls: a get, post, put, and delete. Our entity, which is what is the object that's physically getting stored into the database each time a create is called. The model is the Pydantic model of the same entity model, but what we're using in the Python code. The services hold all the methods that will act on the database using the to-do entity. So where we're actually calling into the database and putting things into the database that we created. And then our testing tests all those methods that exist inside the service class.
And circling back to discussion, some of the challenges we faced while implementing this feature were in the back end, connecting task items to a user in the database. It involved modifying existing infrastructure to create that relationship, which took some learning about relationships in databases. Additionally, in both the front end and the back end, it was a bit of a learning curve to incorporate the emoji task classifications into our feature because we had to use Unicode strings in both the front and back end and connect them. In the future, because this is very much a productivity service, we're looking to import things from other productivity services such as Google Calendar or Notion, and also implement analytics features for productivity review and productivity goals. And lastly, we're looking to connect specific tasks to the Pomodoro timer so that the Pomodoro is more integrated into the rest of our features. We think it's important to implement this because it'll really help encourage healthy habits and healthy work behaviors in our students while they use the Excel, which is the main goal of the Excel.